With it entering its second year of sales in the US, the 2026 Lexus TX returns as the upscale repackage of the Toyota Grand Highlander, with which it shares much of its DNA. That means plenty of interior space and soft surfaces without forgetting an adult-accommodating third row, something its predecessor, the RXL three-row SUV, never had. On the other hand, and although it hasn't been fully redesigned, the 2026 Volvo XC90 arrives as a refined blend of Scandinavian luxury and cutting-edge technology. As Volvo's flagship SUV, it continues to set the standard for safety, comfort, and modern design. It aims to be the one-stop shop for big SUV buyers. So, does it actually succeed in doing so? In this video, we'll compare both SUVs' designs inside and out, pricing and how they drive. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. With this 2026 TX, Lexus has finally added a truly family-friendly three-row crossover to its lineup, unlike the RXL that it replaces. For one, it's better looking, applying updated Lexus styling cues more cohesively all around. The new spindle grille switches things up by integrating the grille into the bodywork, so it's one big body-colored piece, which might make it a bit off-putting at first, but it actually looks better in person. The grille is accented by sharp LED headlights and a silver trim piece tying the whole look together. The sides are clean and free of any major swoop-in lines and creases, but at 203 inches long and 78 inches wide, it has a commanding presence be it on the move or just parked. Out back, a massive LED light bar lines the rear end with the Lexus wordmark stretched across the trunk lid, and the lower portion of the bumper now features a two-tone finish and a small diffuser that's mostly there for looks. As for Volvo, the XC90's front end is a masterclass in minimalist elegance as opposed to the TX's aggressive but fairly basic fascia. The iconic Thor Hammer's LED headlights have been slimmed down and now extend further into the front, providing a more pronounced T-shape. The grille has been updated with a sleek crosshatch design, a sculpted bumper integrates sleek air intakes and optional chrome accents, which all ties in together to give it a more polished look. From the side, it looks fairly similar to the Lexus, save for a couple of details. One is the chrome accent that surrounds the greenhouse, while the second one is the perfectly circular but protruding wheel arches that house the newly designed 20 or 22-inch wheels, as opposed to the TX's squarish form. Out back, it's classic Volvo. The first thing you are going to see are the vertical LED taillights, which have become a hallmark of Volvo's design. For 2026, these taillights have been subtly updated with a more three-dimensional look, while the rest remains largely unchanged. Overall, both SUVs are very good looking in their own rights, but personally, the Volvo XC90 looks just as assertive as the TX, but actually looks elegant from every angle. Jumping inside, don't expect any drastic changes to the Lexus's interior formula in the TX. Its steering wheel, gauge cluster, shift lever, and infotainment screen are all exactly the same as what you'd find in other models. And although the quality of materials isn't to the level of the Volvo, as we will see, it still feels as substantial as ever. The dashboard adopts a distinct two-tier design with a wraparound upper edge that seamlessly connects with the door panels. There is real aluminum around the vents and steering wheel, and even leather on the door panels in the same shade as the seats. As for infotainment, a 14-inch touchscreen is standard and sits in the middle of the dash, running the latest Lexus infotainment system. Rotary dials on either side handle climate duties, with a smaller dial below the screen for volume. The interface itself is easy to use, with a simple main menu operating much like a modern smartphone. Both wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are supported. As for the 2026 XC90, it follows the same formula as the TX. The steering wheel, gauges, and gear shifter are the same in other Volvos, so if you've been in one before, it will feel like home. The materials, however, are far better than those in the Lexus, while still feeling solid and well-made. The dashboard has a cool three-layer design that wraps around into the doors, making the whole cabin feel warm and cozy. There are new interior trim options, and the standout is definitely the navy-on-navy herringbone design you see here. This subtle yet stylish pattern feels like a tailored suit. What's even cooler, the seat materials is made from recycled polyethylene, which is hard to believe considering the plushness of the surfaces. As for infotainment, there is a Google-based infotainment system with a revised layout displayed on a larger 11.2-inch touchscreen. The new display is bright and crisp with an intuitive layout, but its reactions can feel laggy sometimes. A 12.3-inch gauge cluster is standard, and it can display maps from both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Overall, both the quality and design of the XC90 interior are superior to that of the Lexus TX. As for passenger and cargo space, the TX's front seats are good with ample side support, and it's easy to get comfortable behind the wheel, though the cushions might be on the short sides for taller adults. The second row is spacious too, but only the pure gas variant is offered with a second row bench seat and 7-passenger seating. The hybrid is a 6-seater with captain's chairs. The third row has lower cushions, but it's a fine enough space for 2 adults. Headroom is excellent in all 3 rows. As for cargo space, the Lexus is a true family hauler. Behind the third row, you get 20.2 cubic feet. Fold them flat and you get 57.4 cubes. With all the seats down, you get a massive 97 cubes. As for the Volvo, the XC90 delivers less space across the board when compared to the TX, even though they are very similar in size. Up front, the seats are great with plenty of side support, and it's easy to find a comfortable driving position with extendable side supports for taller people. The second row is spacious too with a bench seat, though legroom is 3 inches short of that in the Lexus. The third row is again a good enough space for 2 adults, but it lacks 2 inches of legroom compared to the TX. As for cargo space, the XC90's figures are smaller by quite a margin. Behind the third row, you get 13 cubic feet. Fold them flat, you get 36 cubes of space. With all the seats down, you get 66 cubes, a massive 31 cubic feet less than the Lexus TX. When it comes to pricing, the 2026 TX starts with a 350 trim at $57,100. The TX 350 Luxury is the one to get, however, as it adds upscale features such as semi-aniline leather upholstery, 10-way power-adjustable front seats, a heated steering wheel, and second-row seats. All-wheel drive is a $1,600 optional extra. If you want the hybrid 500h model, then it starts at $70,600. The 2026 XC90, on the other hand, is quite a bit more expensive, starting at $62,350 for the core trim. But the one to go for is the Plus trim, adding the optional 295 horsepower B6 powertrain and sticking with a cheaper 7-passenger bench seat layout instead of paying for the second-row captain's chairs. The Ultra trim goes for $71,000. If you want the T8 plug-in hybrid model, you have to pay over $77,000. The 2026 XC90 is more expensive across the board, but the Lexus TX's powertrain variety really makes a good case for it. While many competitors offer merely a Turbo 4 or a V6 engine, Lexus is offering a wide range of powertrain choices in the TX, including 2 hybrids. The base TX 350 has a 275 horsepower turbocharged 2.4-liter inline-4 that provides merely adequate grunt for a big vehicle like this. The front-wheel drive TX 350 gets a modest 0 to 60 time of 7.1 seconds, which is not a standout time for this class. If you can, however, you really should step up to the hybrid TX 500h, which is a great choice for those who like refinement and great fuel economy. Thanks to its generous 366 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque, it propels it down the road nicely with seamless shifts from its 6-speed automatic transmission, though it's more expensive than the TX 350. Typical Lexus customers are going to mostly love the way the TX drives. It has that solid sure-footedness you'd expect from a Lexus, along with the same isolation from the outside world. Its suspension is well dampened, even on the standard non-adjustable dampers, and it even feels floating. I mean, sure, it's entirely numb, and it actually does its best to make sure no noise or vibration annoys its passengers, but its chassis and suspension are good enough that it always feels confident, even when you are pushing it hard. In contrast, the 2026 XC90 sticks with its tried and true powertrains, all paired with an 8-speed automatic and standard all-wheel drive. The lineup starts with the B5 model, which gets its power from a turbocharged 2-liter 4 producing 247 horsepower. Step up to the B6 and you will get the same engine but with added supercharging, bumping output to 295 horsepower. At the top of the range is the T8 plug-in hybrid, which combines a 310 horsepower turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder on the front axle with a 145 horsepower electric motor on the rear, along with a 14.7 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The biggest mechanical update for the 2026 XC90 is the base suspension, as it now features a bypass function. This allows the suspension to better absorb sharp, fast impacts. Ride quality has never been its strongest suit, and although it's not bad, it just doesn't hold a candle to the Lexus in both comfort and its sure-footedness. As for performance, the base B5 engine delivers solid mid-range torque, making it feel responsive in everyday driving situations. However, when you floor it, it can feel sluggish and sound a bit buzzy, especially compared to the TX's base powertrain, which is cheaper and more refined. So, which one should you choose? Well, I think it's rather simple. If you value brand recognition and reliability, then the Lexus is the obvious choice here. But if all you want is luxury, then the XC90 is the one to go for.